It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the Bears and the Falcons, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And you're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Now back to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This defense for the Bears, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Patty. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give to Algier out of the gun. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Bears defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Petty now. That is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. A beautiful fake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A give to Robinson on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Bijan Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And he returns this to the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on
down. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 18 carries, 51 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. To throw again on 2nd down. Petty. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Falcons now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons! T. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jones now on the return. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Ball start, offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I feel like my man Old momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 6. And he's got his man on the out route. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Robinson.
There's Robinson showing the flash. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears add 6 to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Algier with another carry.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Petty.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Patty. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Rashee Rice, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Chris Godwin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Jones breaking from the contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Petty now. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots, They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Algier now up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one complete on the slant route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throwing on second down. Petty, open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but
go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the Falcons' 9-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know that
there he goes right side.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons.
KJ Osborne.
79 yards.
And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing again on second down. Petty, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on a catch and run. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Touchdown, Falcons! Dawson Knox, 28 yards. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do, they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 11 now. Penny. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 20. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Robinson with another carry.
A strong running. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 74 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it up. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, and field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.